Hey y'all, we are now live. We took a nap over here. Yes. Hunty, we supposed to go live at 6:35 to be exact. But I changed it. I switched it out, but we're going live now. I'm quite sure a lot of y'all haven't even went to sleep yet, especially my California gang. They're definitely up. It's about what time in California? 7:13 or whatever that time is, because I ain't got my reading glasses on, their time, and 10:13 my time, Eastern Standard Time. So get on in here, hit the like button. It's free to like. Hit that like button. Hit the like button. We got a lot to talk about. Monday's a big day. We got to see if people going to show and improve. There's been a lot of promises, but there's also been a lot of broken promises. So we gotta figure this out. We really gotta figure this out. Hey Lala, how are you? 7:13 p.m. California in the building. That's what's up. I know exactly what states follow me hard, and those are the ones that I represent. So we're gonna pull up this here. 1 second, 1 second. We know that they're all liars, but um, as of almost 24 hours ago over the weekend, hey Rosen, uh, the big Jonathan had put out basically the 29th. Now the first piece of information I had got of Blueface getting out was from Whack 100. Let me get myself all situated, which I should already did that before I got on here. But that's all right. We can do it now. Cause as y'all come in, I can get myself situated. Cause half y'all ain't in here anyways. Hey Tamara, how are you, sweetie? So I'm gonna play a replay of what Whack 100 had said just the other day on Vlad TV. Matter of fact, I also have to see if he has any updates um that he may have done on Vlad TV, giving us some more clues and ideas of what's gonna happen with Blueface and him getting out. I don't see any reason why he wouldn't get out on Monday. He's going back to court Monday. I don't know where Whack 100 had got the 26 from, but hey, Cancer 66, how are you doing, sweetie? I don't know where he got that from. However, I know he is going back to court, and I did say prior to Whack 100 going on Vlad TV just recently, I did say that his chances is he might get out on the 29th, the next time he goes back to court. I kept saying the 28th to 29th, whatever day it was that he had to go back to court. So I don't see why not. We know that he added more probation time to his sentence, and when I say sentence, I don't mean that doesn't necessarily mean sentence as in he has to serve any more time, because remember, California jail is overcrowded, and they need those spaces for serious hardened criminals, not stupid ones like Blueface that are just doing foolishness, like he said on one of his jail calls. He loves it there, so maybe he just loving it there, and just figured he'd just have a longer stay by dropping the ball doing something stupid like he did, which was having that paraphernalia and the cell phone, which I don't hear too many people talk about how he also got busted with a cell phone. So like, it just goes to show that just stupid stuff that he's doing, and he's just prolonging his freedom, and his bag, because I know that as soon as he gets out, between Whack 100 and Tronic Network, aka Ray J, they are going to be on him like white on rice. Everything that Whack 100 has set up for Blueface so that he can get a commission from it, manager's fee, finder's fee, he's going to do that. So, we already know how that goes down. So, he just needs to get out, and he needs to just do what he needs to do so that he can be out for CashApp. Like, she was out there for him when he was all messed up in the game. So that's how I'm looking at it. He needs to get himself out so he can be there for Krishan now. Krishan needs you, Blueface, and you need to be front and center. You know what I'm saying? And stop playing all these little games. Now I'm sitting up here trying to look for the video, but I'm trying to do the commercial free one. So let me see. Is this the one? All right, let me go on to my channel and get it and download it real quick. I don't want to have to be pulling up my original one on my channel and then the ads pop up. I know that could be very difficult. Now, did you guys hear recently um about China? She's acting like she has an imaginary beef with Carlissa. I was well, tomorrow I'm actually gonna play some recent. I think she's doing this, because she's been on YouTube, which she's probably not gonna last too long on YouTube, but she's been on YouTube the last few weeks. I'll say the last 2 weeks. I guess she's monetized now. I did see ads pop up, and this crazy lady is acting like she got smoked with um with Carlissa. And and in Carlissa's defense, that that lady ain't thinking about you, China. You always trying to stir up some mess. You always got some mess that you trying to stir up. You need to go sit down somewhere, ma'am. You know what I'm gonna do if I can't find, because I don't understand why I can't find this Vlad TV. Just bear with me. This was not a planned live per usual. So you should already know how that goes down with me. Whack 100. Is it this one here? I do have a trailer of July 24th. I put something up. So this got to be it here. I don't know why I would put it on. I don't know why I would put it on here, but I'm trying to look for it on my It says you're right. So why are they holding them? They usually let them out. They're doing all the violate. Yeah, they. I'm gonna tell you something. What pissed me off, and that's why I want you guys to listen to Whack 100. I'm gonna just actually go to Vlad's channel and just get it, because hold on, let me see something real quick. I'm gonna put y'all on mute for 1 second. Let's factor in this. If he goes back or has any that she has to watch over her back. Only back she needs to watch is her child's back. And whether or not she makes it with Blueface, or whether or not she's with them for a lifetime and it's toxic and off and on. Yeah, I'm sitting here looking for the video before I had uploaded it. I do see, let me see. I don't get this. But I did put up a video of this, but I think this is the original. Okay, I guess we'll just put this one up. Who cares? I just put that one up.
Well, CashApp was recently at Blueface's court hearing, and she got arrested.
You remember what I told you?
Yeah, we had a conversation about this. We had a conversation about this on the phone. She had a warrant out in Oklahoma,
Arizona, Baltimore at
Right.
that time.
At that
Not
time.
no
LA.
more.
And LA. And she had shown up to multiple court hearings at that point.
And I'm telling her every time I get to the court, she have her phone mounted on live. I'm like, yo, Rock, why are you showing up to court and going live. She thought, you don't want me here so you could paint the narrative to Blueface that I don't support him. Now, what it was Jaden is at every court appearance.
Yeah, that's
You don't know
Blueface's
that
baby mother.
because Jaden is
Hey,
being Jaden. She
Genty.
shows up. She has usually the baby with her. And she
Happy
does what she's
Saturday.
supposed to do. She's not loud with it. She's not going to social media with it. So I think Rock in her head was like on some, she's here, I
Hey,
have to be
Tania.
here. There's only one thing, Rock. You're going to go to jail. You're on
Yeah,
live.
pretty much
And they
that's
got
the
this
outcome
thing
of
where
it.
the Jaden trolls versus the Rock trolls. You know, if they know something's going on, they'll call in and they'll make reports, call in and call
Yep.
in and call in. And I told them, I'm like, listen, there's no need for you to be here and take that risk. Or at least get these things figured out, then take the risk. And she took the risk, and right now, I would much rather her had got these things figured out, her babies, wherever the baby is. You sit in LA County Jail waiting extradition. You could have cleared up Oklahoma, did a surrender and bond because LA wasn't serious. They dropped it to a misdemeanor. So that wasn't serious, right? Instead, you went, they gave you 30 days. You had to do 15 days on that and then start your 45 days for extradition. So now you got a 60-day possibly thing before you even get to Oklahoma. Then you got to get to Oklahoma, get that court date, and see if the judge is going to want to let you out or make you do some violation time on your probation.
So this is what I was saying too. And Wax probably 100% right. Being a person that was in the justice system. I mean, in the system himself. You know, she might do up to 40. He said 45 days. The we all know is in 30 increments, 30-day increments. So she's got to wait for expedition, which I thought that they would just like handle because they would take it so long, Oklahoma, to come get her if they were gonna come get her. I just figured that they would just come. I mean, just let her stay in California and just let her handle whatever legal matters she has in Oklahoma. Excuse me, here. But now that I guess from listening to Whack 100, she got like about 45 days or so. It could be a little longer where they're going to expedite her. They could, like I was saying prior to her getting locked up, I was saying this, they could make her do a little portion of her sentence. She had like 3 to 4 years probation. I was hearing the worst case scenario is because she violated her probation, just totally just abscond, just said, I'm not going to probation. It wasn't like 1 or 2 times missing probation. She just disappeared. They might say that she's not responsible enough to just be free and report to us and do community service and whatever her obligations are. And let's make her do the rest of her time in jail. You know what I'm saying? Or it could be a case, like I told you, where they make her stay in Oklahoma, but she's not locked up, but she can't leave Oklahoma until a probation is over with. Or, in like Whack 100 said, they could make her do a portion of her sentence, a percentage, like they made Nature Boy said, like they made Blueface do. I think he did 6 months on his probation in California that he violated, and then they let him out, even though he's not out yet because of what they found in his room. We don't know what's going to happen with CashApp. CashApp really messed herself up.
Probation. And even if they let you
Hey,
out, or they're
Angel.
going to house arrest you and force you to stay in the state of Oklahoma. So, what Blueface will be out this month is either July 26th or next court date he'll be
Are
home.
you from this state, Lala?
Yeah, man.
That?
It was definitely kind of
They were
upsetting.
waiting on her.
Yeah, I mean, and I guess there was footage that came out
Grandma.
because she had the baby with her, and then you saw Blueface's parents, neither one of which want to take the baby.
First of
Is that
all, the
not true?
mother's defense,
Oh, now
the mother was never allowed to deal with the baby.
Okay.
The father was with the baby all day, every day, as long as Rock was turning on that live, giving him some clout.
Hmm.
Soon as Rock left, he was like, I ain't taking the baby. That's why Carlissa was like, yo, you been over there clout chasing. Take the baby back to John's house and wait for the call, which is probably what he should have did, right? And he chose not to do it, and it's what it is. And I'm pretty sure, they see what's real and what's not.
Yeah.
Carlissa, in her defense, she's never been allowed to handle or deal with the baby.
Well, yeah, I guess CashApp's friend now has custody of the baby.
I don't know about custody. I believe, yeah, it has.
I mean, she's holding the baby at this point. I mean, it's just, and I guess they were saying that Blueface was caught with drugs in jail.
So this is what it was. They're ready to sell. They found what they thought to be marijuana.
I'd heard meth. Is that true?
No.
Okay.
Meth, his ass have another charge.
Okay.
So, understand Blueface's situation. He's in there on a partial probation violation. Now, the guys that's in there fighting the case,
shouldn't be
if they would have found whatever this was in their cell, they'd have went to the whole 2-3 days, been back, that's it. But because Blueface is in there on a partial probation violation, right? The DA's a little ticked off because Blue was supposed to get 4 years. I got an attorney named Alex Kessel that's a bad man, right? So Alex goes in there and gets us 300 and some days. We on a joint suspension. Everybody knows in California, if you take a joint suspension and you violate, you're going. That's what Suge Knight went to jail for. Violation of 9 years joint suspension. You can do anything and you're out of here. So we pop back up. The second case we caught in Vegas involving Rock in the lobby, right, violated the California joint suspension. So instead of them giving him 4 years, they gave him 300 some odd days for him to do 6 months off of it, right?
And that's probably what he's trying to say.
Ready to sell, they find the substance. Now, when we get the report, it said it's marijuana. I've never seen the substance. So when I go to court, maybe late April, the attorney says they about to give him the 4 years. I'm like, nah, they can't do that. I'm like, have you talked to the DA? He said, I haven't had time to get with the DA, different person in. I said, listen, tell them test the product. This just me thinking on my toes. Anything to keep them from sentencing today. Attorney goes in, says we request to have the product tested. I tell my attorney, go talk to the DA, let's see if maybe instead of the 4, maybe we can get another just 1 year tacked on, right? At the time, I just used the test of the product to give me time to have my attorney go speak with the DA to try to get away from the full 4. 2 weeks into it, 3 weeks into it, it comes back. THCA.
It's still a
less than 0.3%,
in his cell.
Which is a powdery substance that cannot be classified as marijuana.
Okay.
I said, okay. He says, hey, listen, we're on to something. We need a scientist. We need somebody licensed, right, who could take the stand. I called my guy over there. I don't know. He had the brand King Louis. King Louis was a big brand, probably still is. I called my guy, Sasha, over there. Sasha, I don't know if I'm saying it right. I need a marijuana scientist license. Sasha's like, he's Ukrainian, right? He like, I got a lady for you. Hook me up with the lady. 24 hours, we got the lady in court. So that day, we were supposed to be in court at 9 o'clock in the morning. I had Blueface court at 9 o'clock in the morning, Nick Cannon at 2 o'clock, playing spades in the backyard. They called me that morning, they said, yo, court's pushed to 1:30. I'm like, bro, you can't do that. This court's over at 4:30 every day. We need to go in the morning in case it flows over. It's 1:30. I was like, well, I can't make it because I got an obligation with Nick at Amazon. When I get done with Nick at Amazon, I'm like, what's going on? They're like, look, test came back right. Soon as our specialist got up there, the judge says it's 4:30, 4:45. We have to pound this over. My attorney's like, great, we finish it up tomorrow. The female judge says, no, After going for a surgery for personal issues, I can't get back on the stand until July 26th. So we say, well, can we have another judge hear it? She didn't want to step down from hearing the case. So that's what pushed Blueface to July 26th. And we'd have went in there the next day, he'd have been home July 3rd. So, it wasn't no meth. Meth would have got him a whole nother charge.
Yeah. I'm glad he's
That's
okay.
what that was.
I'm glad he's getting out.
But I feel like, you know what? The life I've lived, as much as I want him to come home July 3rd, and he may not like this, I think this extra 23 days might be saving him from something. Who's to know he come home July 3rd, July 4th, wild out, something crazy happen. So, nephew, I love you to death. But it just, because the eyes of the judge got to go to a surgery and just can't continue the case the next day.
Yeah.
And it pushes you to July.
Yeah, but I don't like the fact that that judge, get your butt up out of here. This goes for anybody. If you have a surgery, you got things to handle in your personal life. Don't hold somebody up. I understand he put himself in the situation, Blueface. Ain't you shouldn't be holding nobody up because you want to be nosy and be on the stand. If you're gonna release him on that day, allow somebody else to fill in so that they can hear the case out, decide what they're gonna do with it, and stop dragging it on. And you're gonna either let him out or not. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that this lady don't come from this surgery and hear the case out and then give this boy more time. I know he dropped the ball, but there's a lot of other criminals and other cases, unsolved cases they could be solving. And Blueface's crash dummy mistake that he made by having that substance in his cell ain't one of them. That lady should have just went on about her business. Hey, Latisse, that lady should just went on about her business and just let somebody else get up on the stand. You doing too much. Okay, if you're going to get surgery, go get your surgery and let somebody handle that, please. But Krishan had at least adhered to the bigger issue. She had at least kept her nose clean for at least 8 months or more. She didn't adhere to anything. It don't matter if you don't get in trouble. What matters is you abandon your legal obligations to your probation, and it was in another state or states at that. She just said, "I'm just not going because I'm Chrisean Rock." You can't. So what? You didn't get in trouble for 8 months, and you did get in trouble within 8 months because you got arrested in the courthouse going to see your baby's father, and you were what are they calling you were a fugitive. And I kept saying it's best to go clear up your warrants rather than get rearrested and then you're being brought in because you got arrested. The courts look at it like you only came in here because you had to. You got arrested. All she had to do was community service, and that's what's so stupid. And that's why they're purposely doing what they're doing to her. They're treating her like she didn't committed a crime, like she had a pum pum. You know what I'm saying? And maybe it was her third pum pum and she looking at Fed time or something. No, it's for something so stupid. But a part of me has to say at this point that Chrisean Rock was looking at it like I'm Chrisean Rock and I'm going to do what I want to do. Because nobody in the right mind would put themselves in worse trouble when they could have just went on their own recognizance, walked into the court and figured it out. They would have gave her more leeway, more respect for it, and more trust. She would have got more trust back from the courts. I believe if she would have went in on her own recognizance and didn't get locked up. She did if no, she cared about, and I get it, her son and the well-being about her son. But in the eyes of the legal system, if you do the crime, you pay the time. And everybody, and I have to admit, because I've been attacked in my comment section, and it's for good reason. People get pissed at me saying Krishan Rock ain't the only one that got a baby. There's a lot of people, women that are locked up or not locked up, but about to get locked up that got the same similar situation as Krishan Rock, and they got kids. What makes Krishan Rock so special that because she's Krishan Rock, we have to factor that she has kids? Was she thinking about her having kids when she was doing that crash dummy move, going into court, knowing she had 4 and 5 warrants in other states, trying to see about Blueface? And I do agree with Whack 100 and other people who were saying she was only doing it to let you know what's her name, Jaden Alexis, know she's dealing with Blueface, which Jaden already knew she was dealing with Blueface, and I'm quite sure really low key don't care. So come on. That's so childish. You wasn't thinking about Junior when you was going in that courtroom, taking that chance of getting locked up. It could have been one of your so-called undercover, not even your fans, but your haters that could have been showing up to court acting like they're starstruck, but they really want to set you up and call the popo and get you arrested in the courthouse, like you did end up getting arrested for. They make an example out of her. Exactly. It's her to think her name held that much weight in the eyes of the law. Right, exactly. After she had Junior, she could, instead of playing tit for tat and Blueface and claim that she's in fake relationship. Well, she should have just went and took care of her. And when I even hear y'all shouldn't even remind me that she was in there for like a community service that she wasn't even doing. I mean, that's even more stupid. You sitting up there so focused and all engulfed in some man who, soon as you break your curfew, he's ready to drag your name on social media. Now you sitting in jail because that same man that drags your name because you broke your curfew, um you get jammed up with going to see him instead of clearing up your own legal obligations. You know how dumb that makes you look. And I'm Team Rock, but when you're wrong, you wrong. Exactly. I mean, that to me it's just a crash dummy move, man. There's no way to go around that. She dropped the ball. That don't make no sense what she did. And I was saying this prior to her getting locked up, and I know a lot of people in the comment section, well, they were. Some people was getting a little beside themselves. They were saying, why you keep bringing up about her legal obligations? She keeps saying why she ain't doing it. Right. And she said what she ain't doing and why she ain't doing it, and that's why she's in the situation she's in right now, for not doing what she's supposed to be doing. She did had she did had lawyer trying to handle it. She's most judges take in consideration whether they're, like I said, she should have took herself into the state of Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying? Because nowadays, I've learned this from my own experiences with family members, especially in this state. Sometimes lawyers are worse than criminals. You know what I'm saying? You think you paying all this money for a lawyer to have your best interest at heart, which is your freedom. And obviously that didn't hold no weight because she's in jail now, and she had to obtain another attorney just to get the ball rolling. Why do you think she had to get an attorney? Because without that attorney, they could have her sitting upwards to 90 days just waiting on ice for Oklahoma. But with an attorney entering her case, being on the docket, and he got his money, he can make things move. Okay, he can schedule dates where he'll be available, which will be as soon as possible for them to get the ball rolling, where without her having legal defense, she could be sitting there upwards to 90 days in 30-day increments, this being the second round of the 30-day increments, until Oklahoma can extradite her, whatever they're trying to do, from a distance with that girl. So the best thing she did for herself, and they allegedly said that, I guess, Blueface either paid for it or finished paying for it, was to get that attorney paid and on her case. Now Marsha's making a movie. All her friends done got on and getting on with the yeah. But see, we all also know that Jaden been getting on with her life. When Blueface went to jail, she started being even more active, popping bottles in clubs, doing, guest appearances like she's some celebrity, right? And playing that weak song that's been remixed over 1,000 times, 1,000 different ways. She's getting paid off that weak song. But you know what though? I can't hate on Jaden. She's doing what works for her on social media, and she's getting money for it to take care of herself and her family. Who wants to sit on standby? Oh, I forgot, because Krishan's rich. That's why she's on standby. She can afford to be on standby. Well, you know what? It didn't cost her nothing. She not only waited in Blueface's house for him to get out, okay, and had a curfew when she was free, but now she's waiting for expedition to Oklahoma, messing around with Blueface. And you know what? Blueface ain't even taking care of what he need to be taken care of as a man. He's picking up cases in jail. A powdery substance. People thought it was meth. What are you doing with that kind of stuff? Why do you feel you're in jail and you're entitled to be in there getting high? It's bad enough when you get out, you're going to be doing it and making not sound decisions because you're under the influence, especially the alcohol. But you got to be in jail dropping the ball like a month, well, actually a couple of months before you about to get out. That's so stupid. She didn't have no curfew. And she didn't have no curfew. She had a curfew when she was staying at a Blueface's house. And I don't know if you was following at the time, Queen Grandma, but that's why Blueface and her had a fallout. And he got on a jail call. I don't know if one of his family members, like a cousin, Bodine or Whack 100, did that three-way call, and he said all that disrespectful stuff. She even said herself, oh, Jade, no, Jaden didn't have a curfew. No, she did whatever she wanted. He allowed her to go make money. But and you know what's so crazy? If he didn't want Jaden Alexis to be out making no money, she wouldn't have been making no money neither. But he allowed her obviously to make money. And she's making it. I guess he figured you can afford to sit down. You got more followers than she does. Because remember, followers equal money. Remember that. So, you know, she has a lot of followers and everything. And he probably figured, let Jaden get some of that shine. You know what I'm saying? When I get out, we're together anyways. And with a Bonnie and Clyde of social media, we're going to get this money regardless. You're going to get the money for us because you're Chrisean Rock. You know what I'm saying? She's on ice. But see, with these young, and they should know because they're the one that paved the way with these, um, with social media and knowing how to blow up on social media and get a bag. This is their era, social media, the internet, and how to make money and do it with effortlessly, because this is their era. But the thing is they have to understand the algorithm. And Blueface, to me, I feel at one point he was trying to sabotage her career, because if you stay out of the algorithm for some time, I don't care who you are, your following's gonna go away, your audience is gonna disappear, because whatever platform you go on, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, they're not gonna promote you if they have somebody that wants to be the next Chrisean Rock and Blueface. They're gonna put them in the algorithm first. They're gonna give them all the views. So Chrisean Rock or Blueface could, I'm just saying, if they stayed out the algorithm for too long, thanks to the commentary channels, that we kept their you know star their limelight and starship afloat, because without them being in the algorithm, they could lose all, being famous. Famous equals money. But if you're going live and you're only getting 500 people in your live, but you're usually getting 30,000 in your live, but people, the other 25,000 don't know you're live, then that's how you lose business. People lose interest, and then they start to seek interest in other people that are up and coming. So, don't act like you bigger than what you are, because I'm telling you, the social media platforms, they can make you and they can break you at the drop of the dime. I'm telling you. The only other person, which is man, God, that can take this all away as quick as social media is God. But beside God is these social media platforms. They're the ones that build you up, and they're the ones that also can take you down. If you're not consistently up here on social media, you can be a one-hit wonder. So I respect Jaden for keeping her name out there. She's always putting stuff on her IG story. She's always showing where she's going to be booked at. She's always talking about what state she's going to sing her one hit song that she has. But it don't matter that it's a one hit song, because she's making money off it. She's putting effort into it. But at the same time, and I have been guilty of it from time to time too. But we talk, ish about her, and for what reason? The girl staying in her lane. She was the main chick, where the side chick took her man. And she's always getting harassed like she did something wrong, and she didn't do anything. She's out here making her money. She's showing a good example of how a young mother's supposed to take care of her two children. She's doing it effortlessly. If she's having problems doing it, we don't see it. We don't know about it. She don't talk about it. She's been getting on lives briefly lately, stepping up her game, coming out of her comfort zone, and she's been, going public. Yeah, she's trying to grow her following. She knows exactly what she's trying to do. I think she should have been taking more advantage of it when Chrisean Rock act like she's retired and Blueface went to jail. I would have been on live every day, building up my subscriber base. I don't think Jaden is making enough money with those club shows. I don't have no idea. I don't pocket watch. All I know is she's done a lot more in 2024 than Chrisean Rock has. Now, to me, it's unfair that Chrisean Rock will make more club appearance wise or even concert wise, but why give it to somebody who's not even trying to work for it? I'd rather give it to someone that's trying to work for it, like Jaden. Chrisean Rock is trying to live off of I'm Chrisean Rock, but how long is that gonna last? You being Chrisean Rock, we all get old. We don't look the same forever. We don't move the same forever. Our flow ain't the same. So while we're in our prime, we supposed to take advantage of that. And she's not taking advantage of it. She's abusing the privilege that she has, the talent that she has. She has talent. She can get up there and she got rap songs for days, way more than Jaden Alexis. How can someone with no talent, in my opinion, and I'm not, you know what? Let me not even disrespect Jaden Alexis to say that, because what I think is talent might not be might be talent to somebody. What I don't think is talent will make more money than Blue. Well, I let me. I'm not gonna go back and forth with you, Haley, because it sounds like you're trying to go back and forth about this. There's no doubt. I just said if you were here earlier, you obviously dropped in the middle of this live. However, I said that Chrisean Rock and Blueface are the Bonnie and Clyde. Hi, they are the Bonnie and Clyde of social media, but that don't impress me, them being a Bonnie and Clyde of social media, if they're getting all wound up. They're larger than life entities right now, and they're young in their prime, but they're doing stupid stuff to be getting arrested. Crash dummy stuff. Jaden has become more independent since Blue been gone, and maybe she needed that space to understand that she can do it without him. Can I get an amen, Latisse? Exactly. But this is not about who can do it better with Blueface. Blueface, and let's not give him too much credit either, because Blueface is in jail picking up cases. So, all this Blueface, yeah, Blueface can make, no doubt, hands down, he can make more money with Chrisean Rock than he can with Jaden Alexis. But if they can't keep their butts out of jail, then they're not gonna make any money. You don't make no money sitting in jail. Okay? They're not people say that Blueface is a smart businessman. He ain't sitting he ain't sitting in jail with revenue streams coming out of his ears. No. He's got to get out and get put back on. Also get put back on so he can pay that 14, no, not 14, 15 million he owes that club owner. You would think he wouldn't have no time to be dropping the ball. You owing somebody 15 million, but you picking up stupid cases in jail that you can't even fight on your own once you get in trouble. You got to have Whack 100 act like he's your uncle or your daddy and get you out of the trouble. Because you can't even get yourself out the trouble. You don't even know where to begin after you break the law. Now you got to get um, Whack 100 to be your legal advisor. Krishan and Jaden should do shows together and they could both make money. Exactly. And you know what's funny about that? What if Krishan and Jaden Alexis stopped making money together and probably could make more than Blueface and Krishan Rock. Thank you, Lala. New member in the building. Thank you, sweetie. Much appreciation to you. Thank you so much. That put a smile on my face. Yeah, but I'm not giving him all that much credit. And I have nothing against Blueface. Like I told you the other day, if it's any truth to that he paid for her attorney or paid the rest of it, then that's when I got to give him his flowers. When he's doing something right. When he's doing something wrong, I'm not giving nobody no flowers. I don't care if I support you or not. I support Blueface as well. I ain't got nothing against that dude when he's doing right by Krishan Rock or he's doing right by himself and doing the right thing. Just like with Krishan Rock, I support her too. But if you're doing wrong, I'm not gonna sit up there and support you. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And supporters that do that every time Krishan Rock drops the ball when she could have prevented certain things, and they just defend it, they looking just as crazy as her. They're starting to make me think that they're obsessed. Now you're starting to make me think that you're obsessed. I love your content. You're not biased and tell it like it is. Thank you so much, Lala. I try to, man. That's all I can do. I can't duplicate what the others are doing, like in this sector. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a supporter of Krishan Rock and Blueface. I know how I feel that like they make themselves look as adults when they're just everything that these people do because they support them, they just don't see no wrong in nothing that they do. It screams obsession and just being ridiculous. Because you wouldn't be co-signing for your loved ones, I would hope not. Your kids when they're doing wrong, because that's how kids end up doing life bids because their parents are in denial about things that they shouldn't. They need to be telling their kids what they need to hear, not what they want to hear. Queen Grandma Rocks last year when they had their link up, Krishan invited Jaden to the Broadway show, and Jaden said no. Krishan said she was afraid of what Blueface might said. Yeah, that's probably why she said no, Haley. I love when you say I'm gonna tell you what you should. You're right. I'm not gonna tell you what you want to hear. I'm gonna tell you what you need to hear. Ain't nobody above Life's Classroom. I don't care if you Christian Rock or not. And I found out about Christian Rock through Queen Op when I was doing commentary on Queen Op. And Queen Op used to hate on Christian Rock. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I found out about Christian Rock. She's larger than life in her own lane, and so is Blueface, but they're not gonna stay larger than life if they keep, you know what I'm saying, doing foolishness. A lot of rappers, and they should have already seen in their circle, have messed up their careers, getting in trouble with the law. Just everything went downhill for them. Why, even if you see the outcome for them, why even do it to your own life? It just don't make no sense. It's really sad. It's that enslaved mentality that we have that we shouldn't have. It's just a real sad situation, but it is what it is. If you like it, I love it. You know? But I just hope that when Krishan Rock gets out, man, she does the right thing. If you're so worried about being there as a mother for your son, you got to stop doing some of the crash dummy foolishness that you're out here doing. You continue to do it, you're going to continue to get the same results. That's as simple as that. People don't want to hear it, but it's the truth. But listen, I ain't gonna stay on here too long. It'll definitely be a commentary video put up to today. Well, not today. What am I talking about? Tomorrow. It's not even 12 o'clock yet. I'm actually, because I usually I usually go live after midnight. Anytime we use a but in a sentence, then we're evading the truth. Who's hood unlock? Who's butt? Who put a butt in the sentence? Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way in. Hit the like button. Dislikes are welcome. I promise you, they're free to like or dislike this video. But yeah, you said anytime we use a but in a sentence, then we're evading the truth. Evading what truth? What truth? Jen, you still up in the live here? Jen said, I'm still up in the cut. I am still up in the cut. Jen, I appreciate you for coming through earlier with the my jazzy life commentary. Like I said, I'm gonna be definitely putting out different commentary. You know what I'm saying? On my channel. I'm not gonna keep coming back on replay. I'm Buttercup, I'm live right now. It says I'm still here. Cancer 66 is still here. That's what's good. That's what's up. Coming back on replay. Yes, I'm here, always here. That's right, always here. And you was definitely here today when I was doing my little my jazzy life update, because that girl, true child, honey. But listen, I'm about to get up off of here. I will be back on tomorrow per usual. Love y'all, stay blessed, and I'm out. Mwah. Have a nice night, guys. Happy Sunday. I mean, happy Saturday. It's not Sunday yet.